In the previous videos, we have seen many ways of transferring control between servlets and other web pages, like anchor tag, form tag, and the request dispatcher object. In this video, we will be seeing the send redirect method of the response object, which can also be used to transfer control from one servlet to another. The send redirect method is a method of HTTP servlet response interface, and it can be used to redirect the response to another resource, and this resource can be a dynamic resource like a servlet or a JSP, or it can be a static resource like an HTML file. This method accepts relative as well as absolute URL. So the URL that we pass to this method, the string, can be a relative path or an absolute path. Also, it works at the client side because it uses the client browser to make a new request. So basically what happens in the response.sendRedirect method is that, let's say this is the client side, and from the client side we are generating a request for servlet 1. So this servlet request will be sent to the servlet 1, and the servlet 1 will do some processing, and let's say now the servlet 1 has code to redirect the response to a new servlet which is named servlet 2. So in this case, what servlet 1 will do is it will give the path of servlet 2, it will send this path back to the client side, and now the client side will frame a new request containing the S2 URL pattern, so the servlet 2 pattern, and now this new request will be sent to the servlet 2. Now servlet 2 will process the request, and accordingly it will generate a response and send the response back to the client. So this is the basic working of the send redirect method. Now in our login application, instead of using the request dispatcher, we will be using the response.sendRedirect method. So here, after we have printed the message login is successful, we redirect the response using the send redirect method, and here we give the path of the display student servlet. Similarly, in the else part, if the username and password does not match, there we again redirect our response to the login.html file. When we run this code, if we enter the wrong username and password, now here we can see that the previous login form has been submitted, and in the output we can again see the login form, and also in the URL, as we can see, the URL also denotes that we are on the login.html page, unlike the forward method wherein we could see the login servlet URL pattern in the address bar, but we could view the output of login.html because it was returned from the login servlet. But in this case, because response.sendRedirect is taking a new request, so that is why in the URL we can see the address of login.html only. In the same way, if we pass the correct username and password, now here we can see the output of the displaying student list servlet, and also we can see that in the URL we see the display student list address itself, not the login servlet address. We can also use response.sendRedirect method to redirect our response to some file which is not in our web application. For example, the index file of web application 2. The output will be, so if we enter a wrong username or password and click on login, then now here, because we were redirecting to the index file of the web application 2, so we can see the output of that file here. Also, the URL will show us the path of the index.html which belongs to web app 2 context. The send redirect method can also be used to send a request to an external server, that is a server which is not on which our current servlet does not reside. So for that we can pass the complete URL as follows. And let's say we append the username that the user has entered. When we run this code, so here if we enter the let's say wrong password, then we can see that in the URL we had appended the username. So our query has been formed and the request has been sent from our servlet to an external web page which is present on the Google server. We will now see the differences between the forward method and the send redirect method. Now, as we have seen the working of the send redirect method, the client sends a request to servlet 1 and then servlet 1 responds to the client with the URL pattern of the servlet 2, and then the client will generate a new request for the servlet 2 and send it to servlet 2, and then servlet 2 will respond with the response. The send redirect method is slower because it consumes 2 round trip time. So it requires 2 round trips from the client to the server side. So this is the server side, and the first round trip is this, wherein it sends the request to the servlet 1 and receives a response. And the second trip is when it sends a new request to servlet 2 and then receives the response from servlet 2. That is why the send redirect method is slower. Whereas in case of the forward method, the from the client side, when we send a request to the servlet 1, so this request will go to servlet 1, and if the servlet 1 is forwarding our request to some other servlet, so that request will be forwarded directly from servlet 1 and does not go back to the client side. Then servlet 2 will generate its response and it will send back the response to client side directly. So that is why in case of the forward method, there is just one round trip, and that is why it is faster than the send redirect method. The next difference is that the in case of forward method, we can forward to any resource within the same server only. We cannot forward to some resource which is not present on our server. But that is not the case with send redirect method. Like we saw, we can also transfer control to the Google server and we can fire a search query on Google using the send redirect method. So it does not matter which server the resource resides on. Next, the request is transferred internally to the second servlet. That is why the URL does not change. So we had seen when we had executed the code for forward method that in the URL displays the URL pattern of the servlet 1 itself. So in our case, it was displaying the login servlet URL pattern, even though it was showing us the response of some other servlet. but the URL remains the same as that of the servlet 1. But in case of send redirect method, because the send redirect method is sending a new request to the second servlet, that is why the URL changes. So like we saw in the code, the URL was showing the URL pattern of the display servlet, not the login servlet. Also, because in the forward method, the same request is being forwarded to the servlet 2 here. So that is why the request object is the same. So the old request which was sent from the client to the servlet 1 is being sent to the servlet 2. So our request object has not been invalidated. But in case of send redirect method, like we had seen, the old request and response object, in this case, the old response, that is this object that was being sent, and the response that was sent back from servlet 1 to client side, these two objects have been invalidated because this request has already been served, and this request and response object are the new request and response objects that are being sent from the client side. The similarity between forward and send redirect method is that the response that is displayed to the client side is completely the response of the servlet 2. So the responses do not get appended like the response of the include method. So we can only see the response of the servlet 2 in both the cases. And the code that we have written after the call to the forward method or after the call to the send redirect method, that code is never executed because the control has been transferred permanently to the servlet 2.